I spent almost 20 years chasing the healthiest version of myself. And one day I realized she never existed. That realization completely changed my relationship with health. But before we get into today's set session, I just wanted to quickly introduce myself. I'm Setareh. I am a certified health and wellness coach and founder of Set Health Coaching. And this channel is a place where we stop chasing perfect health, but instead focus on building a healthier life that actually fits your real life. Today, I want to share something that's more personal because I have a feeling many of you have spent years chasing the same thing that I was. When I was in high school, I obsessed over my weight and my body. I weighed myself all the time. If the number on the scale went down, I felt like it was a success. I was happy. I felt great about myself. But on the contrary, if the number went up, I felt like I failed. I really would beat myself up over 2, 3 pounds. And this went on until a year ago. And I'm 37 now. So I counted calories. I did the fasting. And during the pandemic, I was one of those people that jumped on the Peloton trend and I bought a bike. I took the classes and I did that for a while. And, I thought, oh, I need to add more cardio. I need to do more cardio. Like, that's going to help me like lose weight faster. And I always felt like there was another habit, another workout, another 5 pounds that I could lose that would finally get me to this like healthier, best version of me. I was always trying to optimize. I was obsessed with self improvement, but I was really just trying to control everything. And somewhere along the way, I realized I really was not enjoying my health anymore. I wasn't feeling really present. I was very focused on like the future all the time and all in the past because I would look back at pictures of like when I was skinnier and like reminisce, and I wasn't enjoying my health. I was just managing it. And so during the pandemic, I actually became the smallest I had ever been. And I was so proud of myself. I felt so accomplished. But then, like, as the months went on, I still didn't feel at peace. I still wasn't happy. And that was a wake up call for me. So I was like, what am I exactly chasing here? I just got tired. Like a year ago, I really got tired. I had more time to reflect on my life because of life circumstances. And I got tired of constantly like monitoring myself. So, I got tired of believing that once I became this healthiest version of myself, then I could finally relax and enjoy my life. Today, I honestly forget to weigh myself. It's just not a thought that comes to my mind in the mornings anymore. Before, I would wake up and it was like the first thing that I did. And I just can't imagine myself saying that years ago. And when I would talk to people who like never weighed themselves, I was like, how do you do that? Like, how do you live? I was like, and then I realized I really wasn't actually living, ironically. Now maybe I weigh myself once a month, sometimes even less, because it just doesn't occupy my time anymore or my mind. Instead of, forcing myself, to do workouts that I don't even enjoy, I found movement that I genuinely love, which is bar. And I came across bar years ago and I loved it instantly and I did it for years. to the point where I finally became a instructor last year. But even during that time when I was doing bar, I still was like, well, what else can I do? Like, let me try these other workouts. And so I would try these other workouts, and I always came back to bar because I just didn't enjoy these other types of workouts. Like, I felt like I was talking myself into it. So, bar was an exercise that worked for me that I loved. And, I still enjoy going for walks a few times a week. That's another form of movement that I do. If the weather's nice, if I feel good, I'll go for like a 30-minute walk just because I love being outside. I love hearing the birds. I love the sun, the breeze, and just to clear my head. And I don't do any of these things because I have to. It's because I genuinely enjoy it. And I think that's an important lesson that I've had to learn is you have to find ways of taking care of yourself that actually fits into your life and that you actually enjoy, because you can enjoy whatever workout or movement that you choose to do. You can actually enjoy the foods that you're eating that also nourish you. Otherwise, it just feels like a restriction, and that's how I felt. It feels like work. It feels like another, chore on your to-do list. And when it feels that way, you're probably not going to stick with it. All those habits that I talked about earlier that I used to do, am I still doing them? No, because I got tired of doing them and I didn't enjoy it. Some people enjoy those habits and those practices, and that's totally fine. Again, my channel is not about giving health advice and tips. It's about helping you find the right balance so that you feel like you are healthier where you are now, but it's not in comparison to what the next person is doing. And you're creating healthy habits that actually become your lifestyle and are sustainable. So I'm 37 now, and for the first time in my life, I have a healthy relationship with my body. And the truth is, yeah, I'm not the skinniest I've ever been, but I am the healthiest I've ever been. Not because of the number on the scale, but because I finally have peace within myself. I have freedom, I have joy, strength, energy, and most importantly, I finally have self respect. I actually love myself more today than I ever have before. And honestly, I'm excited about getting older. I feel like I'm getting wiser, and I don't expect my body to always, stay the same forever, but I do feel like I'm kinder to myself and I'm more accepting of myself. And I know as I get older, that's going to deepen and continue on. And that's a version of health that I never thought was possible. I never heard anybody else talk about health in this way. If I could go back and talk to my high school self, I'd tell her, stop trying so hard to become someone else. Learn to take care of the person that you are today. Because I used to believe that, health was a destination, but it is a journey. And I know that sounds corny, it's a cliche, but you're never going to have that day where you finally arrive and, become this healthier version of yourself. But now I don't think that version exists because we're always changing. We're always evolving and growing as we should as human beings. So maybe the goal isn't to become the healthiest version of yourself. Maybe the goal is simply to care for the version of yourself that's here today, to appreciate her, to nurture her, to move her body to rest when she needs to rest, and to just keep showing up for her one day at a time. And if you're realizing that you've been chasing a version of yourself that's just always out of reach, you're not alone. I'm I'm there with you. And this is exactly why I became a health and wellness coach, not because I tell people what to eat and what workouts to do, but because I want to help people build a healthier relationship with themselves, and that, lasting change isn't just about becoming someone new. If that's something you'd like support with, I'd love to work with you. Please visit my website, sethealthcoaching.com. I have my website in my description in the video. You can book a free 20-minute clarity call with me, and it's just a conversation, no pressure, just to learn more about what you're struggling with, what you want to focus on, where you want to be, and if this is a right fit for the both of us, and how health coaching might get you there. And if this video resonated with you, I'd love to hear your story in the comments. And as always, subscribe if you haven't already to my channel. I'll have new videos every week here where we talk about mindset and healthy habits, behavior change, so that you can build a healthier life that actually fits yours. So, with that, I'll see you at the next set session. Thank you for listening and being here with me today and hearing my story. Stay well and take care of yourself.